When you think about how a huge movement gets started, you might picture a massive crowd or some big dramatic event. But sometimes the most powerful movements in the world begin with just a single, quiet conversation. Today, we're going to look at one of those moments, an encounter that literally changed the world.
So, how does it happen? How does a world-changing movement actually begin? Is it a fiery speech? A protest in the streets? Well, this story suggests it's something way smaller, way more personal. It all starts when one person hears something incredible and decides to just go and see for themselves. Okay, so let's set the scene. We're at the Jordan River. There's this really charismatic preacher, John the Baptist, and he's got a pretty big following. And in that crowd is a fisherman named Andrew, and he is hanging on every single word. This is where that first tiny spark is about to be lit. And then it happens. A man named Jesus walks by, and John the Baptist just says these 5 words. It's not some long sermon, it's not a command, it's just a simple, powerful statement. But for the people who were really listening, wow, everything was about to change. And what's wild is what happens next. Andrew doesn't just stand there and think about it, he acts immediately. He and another guy literally drop everything, leave the teacher they've been following, and just start walking after the stranger. That's how much power was in John's simple statement. So now we shift from this big public moment to a really personal journey. Andrew's taken this huge leap of faith, but what he's about to discover for himself, well, that's what truly pours gasoline on that first little spark. Okay, we gotta pause here because to get how huge this is, you have to understand this word, Messiah. This wasn't just a title. For them, this was the fulfillment of centuries of hope. It meant their promised savior was finally here. I mean, it was the biggest deal imaginable. So, Andrew spends some time with Jesus. We don't know exactly what they talked about, but honestly, it doesn't matter. What matters is the result. This wasn't some casual chat. Whatever happened in that conversation left Andrew with this deep, unshakable belief. He was totally convinced. He hadn't just met some interesting teacher, he believed he had met the Messiah. So what do you do with that kind of news? I mean, a realization that massive, you don't keep it to yourself, right? Andrew's conviction kicks off an immediate chain reaction, and what he does next is absolutely crucial. Just think about that for a second. His very first instinct, before he does anything else, before he even has time to fully process it himself, his gut reaction is to share it. But with who? He finds his brother Simon, and he doesn't ease into it, he doesn't beat around the bush. He just hits him with this direct, world-shattering declaration. You can almost feel the energy, the certainty just pouring out of him. And this is the